In the modern banking environment, professionalism and customer service are paramount for establishing a trustworthy and efficient relationship between clients and financial institutions. The significance of the interactions that take place in banks is often understated, but a brief encounter can reveal underlying values and attitudes. This scenario reflects on a scenario where a man walks into a bank to conduct a wire transfer, only to be met with contrasting behaviors from the tellers, culminating in a moment that raises questions regarding professionalism and customer care. As the man enters the bank, he is greeted warmly by two tellers, who offer their assistance with enthusiasm. Their eagerness to help reflects a customer-first philosophy which is vital in any service industry. This initial interaction creates a positive atmosphere, indicating that the tellers understand the importance of making clients feel welcomed and valued. The man feels encouraged and assured that his needs will be efficiently met, creating a sense of trust that is essential in fostering a long-term relationship with the bank. However, the dynamic soon shifts when a third teller enters the bank carrying lunch trays. This moment introduces a conflicting scenario that challenges the prevailing positive interaction. While the presence of food suggests a potential break in the hectic nature of banking, it also serves as a catalyst for unprofessional conduct. The third teller, rather than joining her colleagues in assisting the client, proposes that they take a break to eat. This suggestion not only undermines the efforts of the first two tellers but also places the convenience of the staff above the needs of the customer. The man observes this behavior and notes the implications of the third teller's actions. To suggest that service should be paused for the purpose of eating, even though break times are important for employee well-being, can be perceived as selfishness and a lack of consideration for the client's time and needs. The phrase, customer service, is often accompanied by the understanding that the client's needs should take precedence, especially in service-oriented businesses like banking. In this situation, the third teller's action contradicts the principles of customer care, raising legitimate concerns about the priorities within the bank. The contrast between the two sets of tellers exemplifies the challenges faced in maintaining a consistent standard of professionalism in service industries. While the enthusiasm and readiness to assist from the first two tellers create an atmosphere conducive to positive customer relations, the actions of the third teller highlight a potential gap in training or a lack of understanding of service etiquette. This undermining of the team's effort can lead to a negative impression of the institution as a whole, suggesting that not all employees share the same commitment to client satisfaction. The scenario of the man visiting the bank for a wire transfer illustrates the delicate balance between staff needs and customer service. While the first two tellers exhibit professionalism by prioritizing the client's needs, the third teller's suggestion to pause service for a personal break detracts from the overall effectiveness of the banking experience. This encounter serves as a reminder that professionalism in customer service must be upheld consistently across all team members to foster trust and loyalty among clients. A unified approach toward customer care not only solidifies the bank's reputation but also enriches the working environment for all employees. Now, here's part 2. Same bank, different day, however the same teller. Please be mindful that the dynamics of human interactions in everyday settings can often highlight the complexities of social hierarchies, gender roles, and the subtleties of workplace relationships. Let's reflect on a particular encounter within a bank, which illuminates key themes of communication, authority, and past experiences shaping present engagement. In the scenario described, a man enters a bank to drop off paperwork for the branch manager. His primary objective is straightforward, and he approaches the situation with a clear purpose. However, the presence of a teller, a woman who has previously interacted with him, introduces an element of tension and pre-existing bias into what could be a simple transaction. The previous encounter between the man and the woman teller sets the scene for this moment. In a prior interaction, the teller had dismissed the man while attending to her colleagues, suggesting that they take a break and eat. While her intentions might have been innocuous, aimed at fostering camaraderie among the staff, this action inadvertently created an impression of condescension. The man, in turn, has carried this experience into the present situation. It is essential to recognize that individual memories profoundly impact how people perceive one another in subsequent interactions. When the teller, having returned from her lunch break, approaches the man with her offer of assistance, she presumably intends to provide good customer service. However, the man's polite yet firm response indicates a withdrawal from any engagement with her. He expresses a wish to communicate directly with the branch manager, subtly reinforcing a boundary that speaks to his comfort level based on their prior encounter. His reaction may be rooted in the perception that his previous experience with the teller would not facilitate the professional communication he deems necessary for the matter at hand. This encounter sheds light on broader themes within the workplace, particularly concerning gender dynamics and the balance of power. The teller's role as a commissioned assistant and the man's position as a customer seeking managerial assistance introduces an imbalance, compounded by their previous interaction. It raises questions about how gender roles affect communication styles and the tendency of individuals to navigate professional spaces through the lens of prior experiences. Moreover, the man's decision to seek the branch manager rather than accept assistance from the teller reveals deeper implications for his confidence and self-efficacy. Not only does it suggest that he perceives herself as unequal to the task at hand, but also reflects a broader societal narrative where authority figures are often gendered, further complicating the dynamics at play in the banking environment. It is clear that the man's experience in this brief encounter was shaped by social perceptions and expectations. His behavior can be interpreted not only as a personal stance but also as a reflection of the overarching workplace culture that values hierarchical communication, potentially at the cost of collaborative engagement. In conclusion, this seemingly mundane interaction at a bank offers a valuable lens for exploring complex social relationships within professional settings. The interplay of past experiences, authority, and gender roles contributes to how individuals navigate their interactions and decisions. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for fostering respectful and effective communication in the workplace, enabling employees and customers alike to contribute positively and productively to their environments. The woman watched the man engage with the branch manager with ease and respect, being very professional and using words like "yes, sir." After the branch manager looked over all the documents, he replied, "Wow, everything is here," and that he would get the information over to the proper department. The man replied, "Thank you, sir, and you have a nice day." As the man picked up his items off the counter and turned, the teller was just staring at him in disbelief. The man made eye contact with her while turning to walk out the bank. Yet, no further response needed, no words to say, just a decision to avoid drama and choosing peace. 10 down WJ, where creativity meets impact.